Hello students, today let us discuss about company, meaning, definition and characteristics. Meaning of company. A company is defined as a voluntary association of persons which involves capital that is divided into small parts called shares. It is regarded as an artificial person which is developed by a process of law and has a perpetual succession and a common seal. In the company law, a company is regarded as an artificial person. The company incorporated under the Companies Act 1956 or any earlier Companies Act is known as registered company. Definition of company as per Companies Act 1956. According to Section 3(1) of the Companies Act 1956, a company means a company formed and registered under the Companies Act 1956 or an existing company. Definition of company as per Companies Act 2013. As per the Companies Act 2013, a company refers to an organization incorporated under the Companies Act 2013 or under any previous company law. Let us define company. According to Professor Hane, a company is an artificial person created by law, having a separate entity with a perpetual succession. The Companies Act 2013 made several amendments of the Companies Act 1956. This act consists of 470 sections, 29 chapters, 7 schedules and 95 clauses. Various definitions provided under Companies Act 2013 are as follows. Company. It is defined as a company registered under Companies Act 2013 or any previous company laws. Company limited by guarantee. It is a company where the liability of its members is limited to the memorandum such that they can take part in contributing to the assets of the company in the event of its being terminated. Company limited by shares is a company where the liability of its members is limited to the memorandum to an amount that is unpaid on the shares owned by them. Board of directors or board of a company is the group of directors of the company. Books of accounts is used to record the following aspects such as assets and liabilities of the company, amount of goods and services sold and purchased by the company, amount of money spent and received by the company, and the related receipts and expenses. Now let us discuss about the characteristics of a company. The characteristics of a company are as follows. Separate legal entity, limited liability, perpetual succession, common seal, transferability of shares, separate property, capacity to sue. Let us have a clear idea of the characteristics. First point, separate legal entity. The law considers a company as an entity which is separate from its members. Even though the company is regulated by the board of directors, it is a separate legal entity which is independent from its members. Basically, the money and property of the company belongs to the company but not to the shareholders. The outcomes of the principle of separate corporate personality with respect to a company limited are as follows. Example, Surya and Company. It is limited. a completely distinct person from Surya, and he practically holds all the shares in the company. Its property is not the property of Surya. Surya does not have any insurable interest in the property of Surya and Company Limited. Even after the death of Surya, the company continues to exist, and these shares are given to his personal representatives. The company's nationality does not rely on the nationality of Surya. Limited liability. A company can either be a company limited by shares or a company limited by guarantee. The company in which the liability of the members is restricted to the unpaid value of the shares, then it is considered as company limited by shares. Whereas the company wherein the liability of the members is restricted to a certain amount which the members may undertake for contributing the assets of the company at the time of winding up is considered as company limited by guarantee. Perpetual succession. Even though the members of the company change or die, the company exists. A company is developed by a process of law and can be ended only by process of law. It is considered as a juristic person which has perpetual succession. A company does not die, is also not affected by insolvency, mental disorder, or retirement of its members. The members of a company can come and go, but the company continues to exist in spite of the constant changes in its membership. Common seal. A company does not possess any physical existence, so it performs its function through the agents, and all the contracts of a company which are entered by the agent should be under the common seal of the company. This common seal serves as an official signature of the company. Transferability of shares. Generally, the company's capital is divided into small parts termed as shares, which are subjected to specific conditions. The shares are freely transferable, and the shareholders do not have to be permanently devoted to a company. At the time of establishment of joint stock companies, the shares can be easily transferable. Separate property. A company can own, enjoy, and dispose the property on its own name as it is a legal person who is different from its members. Even though the shareholders contribute their capital and assets, they are not regarded as private and joint owners of its property. Capacity to sue. Through its corporate name, a company can sue and can be sued. A company can sue one of its own members for liability scandal when it incurs any loss, as a company is a separate person from its own members. Thank you.